I came aboard to support David. David introduced me to Ava DuVernay. I said to Ava DuVernay, we are going to really be great friends, even before I knew that we were doing this project, because I liked her work in Middle of Nowhere. So I was just kind of hanging out as a friend. I was just like, whatever I can do, whoever I can call, whatever I can do to help this project. And then they said, you know, you're really acting as a producer. Why don't you come on as a producer? I said, I don't know if I want to do that. I just really want to see if I can help you out. And so I got talked into it. That's why I'm here. I got talked into it. I was convinced to do Annie Lee Cooper because of the magnitude of not just the woman and the character, but the magnitude and the magnificence of what her courage meant to an entire movement. I mean, she represents, in this film, the essence of why they came to Selma. So I tried to do her justice, but I think that, you know, she is an iconic civil rights figure that a lot of people don't know her name, but she represents more than just herself. Her willingness to step up to that moment, and number one, to keep trying to vote, not once or twice or three times, multiple times. And in the face of that denial, to become so frustrated, not for herself. When I asked the woman who's taken care of her for years, why do you think she ended up hitting the sheriff that day? Because she would have known that that was a deadly move for her. She would have known that once she steps up and does that, she probably would not survive. And she said, the woman who takes care of her said to me, she just got tired. She just got tired of it. The reason I said yes to this movie is because I think you cannot know where you're going as a people unless you know where you've been. And so that adage that we stand on the shoulders of some mighty folk is something that I've lived my whole life. I've carried the voices, the spirit of Sojourner Truth and Fannie Lou Hamer and those whose names made the history books, and so many thousands and thousands who marched and prayed and believed and suffered, hoping that there would be a better day, not imagining that we could have the life that we now do have, civil rights, human rights, the ability to rise to your greatest self. The truth of the matter is, women were the backbone of the civil rights movement. Behind every one of those men who's out there, you know, the Band of Brothers, there was Juanita Abernathy was behind Ralph Abernathy. Coretta King was there behind Martin Luther King. All those other people, CTV, everybody had somebody, whether it was a mother or an aunt or a wife or a sister, who was there behind them as a force saying, you can do it, we're here, we're standing by it, we're standing for you, we're standing with you. And that's often not shown or seen. But because we have the mighty Ava DuVernay, you're going to see it. You're going to see the presence of women. Can we talk about Ava DuVernay? I've been on lots of sets, but I've never seen anyone with the kind of intense, passionate, willful force and clear direction, and yet be such a calming force as well. I mean, just literally a calming force. That set is a calm space. And everybody is working at their, you can see everybody is working at their really highest level to create a sense of synergy and to create work that matters. And that's because of the director. It all starts with the director. I was marching on the bridge yesterday, so happy that I had a chance to walk with all of the other cast members, those that we just hired and brought on here in Selma, as well as the principal cast members. And as I was walking yesterday, I was looking down at the bridge and I thought, wow, 50 years ago, their feet actually touched the same pavement that mine are touching right now. 50 years ago, they actually were on this bridge. 50 years ago, they were, you know, attacked by the state troopers. Right here. That actually happened right here. And there's something spiritually powerful about that when you know that you're walking in the same, literally, walking in the same footsteps of those people who paved the way for you. The thing that's really most exciting to me is that the film and the work that we're doing here is about telling a story of not just Martin Luther King, but of the people who allowed and made Martin Luther King's 3-month visit here in Selma possible. That's what's great about it. That it's a people story. You know, he did what he did because he had the people behind him, and obviously he was this, you know, no one like him. Amazingly charismatic, spiritually driven, and motivated leader for the time, but he couldn't have done that without the people.